Good afternoon, Yankees Nation. You're here with Ken, and we are at the Ugly Truth. Today, we are going to be doing our series preview of the Yankees versus the Mariners. We're at a 3-game set. Game 1 is at 9:40 Eastern Standard Time. Game 2 will be Tuesday at 9:40. Same thing, Eastern Standard, and Game 3 will be at 4:10. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we start going over the facts and the figures. Today at 8:30, Joe from NY Yankees Mania is going to be hosting a pregame of Game 1 of our series, and I am going to be guest starring on that. So please hop over and check out the pregame. It's probably going to be about half hour or so. So get some good insight for those who didn't get the opportunity to watch today's stream live, possibly be covering some of the facts there. I plan on calling the play-by-play for the Yankees and Mariners at 9:40 this evening. I will be on at 9:35. Joe is going to be calling the game with me. Hopefully, we will have a bit of our luck. Our team is averaging over 10 runs a game when we have called games together, and we are undefeated. So hopefully that talisman holds true, and we do good things today. Before I start, I'm going to start by giving a shout out to some of the folks that are on our stream: CT Cards, Jason Custudio, Stephen B., John the Beagle Dad, and FJ. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for supporting the stream. It is most appreciated, and I thank you. This is going to be a little bit of a different look on my pre-series review because at this point, the Yankees haven't announced any of the starters for the 3 games in this series. I have a pretty good idea who's going to be starting and when, and I will just go with that as an assumption. I see Sean hopping in. Thank you, Sean. All right, we're going to start. My projected starter for the Yankees today in Game 1 of the set is going to be Clark Schmidt. He's going to be locking it up with Emerson Hancock. I see Cold Italian Pizza hopping in. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you being here. On the season thus far, our New York Yankees are 23-17, and we're first in the AL East. In the last 10 games, we are dead even 5 by 5. The team is currently on a 1-game winning streak, but has won 4 out of the last 6 games that we've played. And our Yankees are at a plus 75 run differential, up from a 62 run differential when we started the last series. I.e., what's that telling you? We're hitting the hell out of the ball, and we're scoring a lot of runs. Our current road record is a 10-9, and our home record is 13-8. When facing teams with a greater than 500 record, the Yankees are 13-11 on the season. So we're a little bit over the 500 mark. We have series losses to some heavy hitters. On the season, our series record is 7-6. And I see real Bill P hanging in there. Hi, brother. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for supporting. Our season series record is currently at 7-6. We've won our last 2 series. We have series losses to the Diamondbacks, the Tigers, the Giants, the Guardians, the crappy Orioles, and the equally crappy Rays. We have series wins versus the Brewers, the Pirates, the Royals, the Blue Jays, the Rays, the Padres, and the Athletics. So we've got a mixed bag on our series wins. It looks for the most part that we're winning the ones that we're supposed to win, and we're losing the ones that we aren't heavily favored in. Seems this year, at least early in the season, the Yankees have truly crushed average pitching and below zone pitching. When we've come up against the tier one pitchers, like Gallen, like Skubal, we've had some issues and haven't been able to score or get a lot of hits, and the strikeouts tend to pile up exponentially, and that's something that we as a team cannot truly afford, is a lot of strikeouts. The Mariners on this season, they are 22-17. They are also in first in the AL West. In their last 10 games, they are also an even 5-5 split. Team is currently on a 3-game losing streak. The Mariners have a plus 17 run differential, so they're doing a little bit of scoring. Their home record is 12-9, and their road record is 10-8. So they're winning on both sides of the ball. When they are facing teams that have a greater than 500 record, they are 11-14. So they're below the 50% clip, which us coming to Seattle, I'm liking. They have series wins against the Astros, a double shot against the Rangers, Reds, Blue Jays, Red Sox, Marlins, Angels, and the A's. So they've beat up on some pretty mediocre teams, and they have series losses to teams like the Tigers, the Giants, the Marlins, if you could believe that, and they have a season series split. They had a 4-game set open in the season with the A's, and they went two up. So it's a mixed bag right now. The West is pretty tightly grouped. The Mariners are 2 games up on the Astros, who have a 20-19 record, so they're 1 game over 500. They're 2 games up on the A's, who we just ended up beating the tar out of, 21-20, so they're just over the 500 clip. The season early favorite team to take the division is the Texas Rangers, and they are at 20-21, 3 games out. And trailing hind tit is the Los Angeles Angels, and they're sitting at 16-23, 6 games out. 16-23 in that division for them is not truly a bad thing. Bring up a couple comments, and I'm going to iterate on those. The first one is from Cold Italian Pizza. Mariners have a couple of their aces on the IL. And from Stephen B., I think that we take 2 out of 3. Just got to keep the Mariner bats cold. See Dev Finch hopping in. Hey, Dev, how's it going? Let's talk about the IL list. For our Yankees, we have Giancarlo Stanton. As you know, the 2 elbow injuries. He's been ramping up very quickly, and his estimated time of return is late May, early June. In some of the pre-games, we've seen Stanton. Hey, Jonathan, welcome to the stream. We've seen Stanton running a very, very good clip in the outfield. Apparently, he's hitting at live BP during batting practice, and is still experiencing a little bit of pain, but it's manageable according to him. We have Marcus Stroman. He had knee pains the discomfort continues, and he hasn't truly started a rehab program. And me personally, I seriously doubt that he will return to the Yankees roster this year. However, it could happen. The one key thing is we can't afford another injury to the rotation because the depth there is not deep for us. DJ LeMahieu, left calf strain. His estimated time of return is during this series between the 12th and the 14th. Distinct possibility. Haven't seen any moves by the Yankees, but it's conceivable that DJ could be there for the start of this series. It looks like that he was doing well down there in his rehab starts in Double and Triple A. Apparently, they're working him out as a second baseman. So God only knows what that's actually trying to tell us. For those that don't know DJ's history, he was a longtime second baseman with the Rockies, and batting champion, exceptional glove, great defensive player. But I think as time and age has caught up with him, I think that his range is more limited. His arm is still strong. I don't see DJ actually blowing plays at second. I just think that he's not got the range that he once had. But we've been looking for another right-handed bat. DJ coming back could bring us that back we need. Definitely a better possibility than Pablo Reyes sitting out there at second. And, Yorvin Vivas is just getting wound up, starting some play at the major leagues. And he hasn't figured the pitching out yet. It's going to take time. Stephen B. presents a thought. Get up there. My guess is Vivas goes down when DJ comes up, or Reyes gets DFA'd. I think that those are two distinct possibilities, and I think that when DJ comes back, one of them is going to happen, and if Stanton is coming back as quickly as we tend to think he is, the other may happen. So I think that Pablo is living on borrowed time with the Yankees. The next injury report is about Johnny Loizaga, or Mr. Lasagna. As you know, he's recovering from UCL surgery. He's expected to pitch a back-to-back set May 17th and 18th, and could return to the Yankee lineup after that if he is throwing well and he's not experiencing any pain or difficulties. As you know, Jazz had a right oblique strain, and he has an ETR of June, but he hasn't started working any programs yet, so that could shift. And Jazz has a tendency to recover quicker than people tend to think, so he may be back a bit earlier, which would throw a lot of monkey wrenches into the dynamics right now. Kirk Cousins, he is on the shelf with a forearm strain, and he has started his return. He's thrown some live batting practice, and his estimated return is sometime in June. And the last one is Scott Effross. Effross is recovering from a hamstring injury. He has actually been throwing some minor league games, and his estimated time of return is June. Although I would class Effross as probably one of the most unlucky players to play for the Yankees ever, with the way what happens to him. He touches the ball, he throws a couple of pitches, and he's injured. So I'm skeptical whether he's going to return and actually stick. If Yankee fans think that we've had it bad with regard to injuries to our rotation, like Luis Hill and Garrett Cole, the Mariners are sitting in the exact same boat. They have one of their star pitchers, George Kirby. He has been on the shelf the entire season, and he is looking like he's going to end up returning to their rotation in late May. Another one of their aces, Logan Gilbert, has a right elbow flexor strain, and they don't have an estimated time of return for him. They have a right-handed bullpen arm, Trent Thornton, very good pitcher, and he had appendicitis, emergency appendicitis. And hey, Ray, glad to see you joining the stream. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. And they don't have an ETR for him. Their right fielder, Victor Robles, dislocated his left shoulder, and they're anticipating that he may be back in July. They also have another right-handed pitcher, bullpen arm. I can't remember what the hell his name is, but his estimated return, he missed all last season, and it's looking like he's going to be back in June. So the Mariners have taken some hits to their rotation, and it's showing in their overall team numbers. We'll bring those stats up later. We're going to talk about the folks that are going to be there pitching. Take a quick break, and if you haven't, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed and watch it in the shadows, please consider subscribing. I put the link up earlier, so scroll through a little bit and you should see it. It's there. It makes it easy for you. It takes you right to the page. And if you wouldn't mind and you think that there's value in this content for your friends, your family, your pets, please forward the link to them. I haven't had this channel for very long, just since spring training, and we're actually at 86 subscribers. We're getting there. Hopefully we'll be at 100 sometime soon. But, you guys help make the channel. I appreciate you guys coming up on the open panels. I tend to have them every time I'm up here, and I'm going to do that today after I talk about some of these other things. And we can talk baseball. We can talk about the A's series that we just saw. We can talk about what we anticipate with regard to this upcoming series this week. You know that we have 3 against the Mariners. We're going to end up having a travel day on Thursday, and then it's into the Subway Series and the infamous New York Mets, who are playing good ball right now. It is going to be Juan Soto's return, and God knows what the hell is going to happen there. I just hope that the fans have common sense and don't start throwing stuff at this guy. He's a professional ball player. He was at his contract year, and he chose another team. Shit happens. If he would have signed with us, would we be the team that we are now? I don't think so. We may be sitting in the cellar because of the injuries that we've had, and we wouldn't have been able to afford to bring any of these guys in that we actually did bring in. So karma and fate tend to come around and give you a little glimpse at life. But we're going to start out with the Mariners opening pitcher, Emerson Hancock. He is 1-1 on the season with a 5.70 ERA. He has 17 strikeouts, and he features 5 pitches. A sinker, which is 94 miles an hour. He throws it about 44% of the time. He has a changeup that he throws about 22% of the time. His four-seam fastball, he throws about 17% of the time. It's also 94. He throws a slider that roughly about 14%, and then he has a sweeper that he uh, that he throws in there every once in a while. It's not a significant number. You're probably talking under 5%. It's maybe a get me over pitch or try to get somebody swinging. His pluses, he has a high off speed run value on his pitches. Exit velo on balls that are hit tends to be low, and he has a low hard hit rate. He does tend to get a lot of ground balls, doesn't walk people, and they don't seem to barrel him up. The things that are poor with him is his run rate for his fastball and his breaking ball. Pretty much telling you that it's dead red and in the center of the plate. The other thing that is noted with him, the negatives that are noted with him, is that the batting average against him is very high. It's like 280. So they're hitting the crap out of him because he's in the middle of the plate. He doesn't tend to strike people out, and he doesn't tend to whiff them, and people aren't chasing the stuff when it's really off the plate. In his last two starts, he has no decisions. The first one was against the A's, went 6 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 walks, gave up 2 earned runs, and only had 2 strikeouts. Not a bad outing, so that's telling you that his offense didn't give him any runs, and that tends to prevent pitchers from winning games. His next outing was against the Angels. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. He went 6 innings. He gave up 9 hits, walked 2 batters, gave up 3 earned runs, and 4 strikeouts. So, if you're truly looking at his squib chart, he is probably most likely a 5 starter in the big scheme of things, and we get him coming out of the gate. So, we could have a great start to this series if we take advantage of him. The Yankees are a great fastball hitting team, and if this kid is going to throw fastballs to our lineup, it could be a very short night for him, and it could get ugly real quick. Hey, CT, not a problem, brother. Hopefully, she brought you something good. Let's see. Our matchup for him, I'm not going to go over his pitching stats because most of you who've been here have heard all these briefs on the Yankees from the beginning of the season to now. Anticipated starter for tonight is going to be Clark Schmidt. Clark Schmidt's last outing was the best outing he's had since coming back. Essentially, Clark had 2 rehab games in Double-A. We brought him up. In my personal opinion, it was too early. He wasn't stretched out. He wasn't locating his pitches well, and just don't think that he was ready to be back on the bump. But he may be back to form. He faced his last outing the San Diego Padres, which is a monster offensive team. He went 6 innings for us. That was a high for the season. He did give up 7 hits. He only walked 1 batter, gave up 2 earned runs, and had 4 strikeouts. If we could get that performance out of him against the Mariners, I would take it in a heartbeat. I like our chances in Game 1. Game 2, I suspect, is going to be our Gettysburg. It is going to be a dogfight. Give me a sec. We are coming up against Brian Wu. On the season, Wu is 4-1. He has a 3.25 ERA with 44 strikeouts. He features 5 pitches. Thanks, Bill. Appreciate it. He features 5 pitches, tends to throw a 95-mile-an-hour fastball about 43% of the time, and a sinker, also 95, about 26% of the time. He shuffles in a slider about 12% of the time, and a sweeper 10, and a changeup 10. So he's got a few pitches off speed that he will lean into. I'm assuming that they're pitches that he is going to use to keep people off the fastball, especially Judge, who's been crushing fastballs like the shit's going out of style, and Dominguez, who has been hitting really well against the fastball. Woo's pluses for his grid chart are good run on his fastball and his breaking ball. He always tends to be around the plate, so he doesn't give up walks. Because of the movement he has, the exit velo is low, and his mid-range things. Glad to see you hopping in there, Joe, from NY Yankees Media. Back to it. His average stats is people don't tend to chase his pitches, and he has a very low whiff rate. His negatives is he doesn't tend to give up ground balls. When they hit him hard, and they go far. Wu has won 2 out of his last 3 starts. His start against the A's, he went 6 innings, gave up 8 hits, walked 1 batter, gave up 5 earned runs, had 6 strikeouts. Against the Rangers, he went 6 1/3, gave up 1 hit, 1 walk, didn't give up any earned runs, and had 8 strikeouts. Really great numbers against a power hitting team like the Rangers. And the third game was against the the Red Sox. He went 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, 1 walk, 2 earned runs, and he had 8 strikeouts against the Red Sox. Although it's not been announced, looking at rotation numbers and stuff like that, oh my God, we got the lamp shit going on in this one too. I think that Max Fried will end up being our starter. Prior to his last outing, he had 6 straight wins, 2 against the Rays, 1 against the Jays, 1 against the Royals, the Tigers, and the Pirates. In his last outing against the Padres, if you don't remember, he pitched very well, and our bullpen crapped it up. He went 7 innings. He had 5 hits, did not walk a batter. He only gave up 1 earned run and had 8 strikeouts, a high for the season for him. So he pitched well in crappy conditions, and honestly, I don't see him having a bad outing if he comes out on Tuesday for us. Their third pitcher in the rotation is going to be Luis Castillo. On the season, he's 3-3 with a 3.95 ERA. He has 33 strikeouts. Castillo features 4 pitches, a 4-seam fastball that he throws about 45% of the time, runs at about 94 miles an hour. He throws a sinker about 23% of the time. It also runs at 94 miles an hour. He has a slider that he throws about 19% and a change about 13%. So he's got a couple of off-speed pitches that he mixes in there, but he's primarily a fastball pitcher. Castillo's big plus is he has a lot of run on his fastball, i.e. a lot of movement. All of his other stats, according to Baseball Savant, are sitting ballpark about about league average. He's not doing great. He's not doing bad. He doesn't really have any negatives. He's just an innings eater and a consistent pitcher. I know that the Mariners have been trying to dump his contract because his contract is running, I think, between 22 and 25 mil. And there's like 4 years left of it. That's a lot of money to be paying a league average pitcher. The Yankees were one of the places that was suggested as a landing spot because of our need for a starter that can eat innings, but and they didn't want to eat salary, and that's where I think there's a disconnect with us. I don't think there's any chance in hell we're eating a contract like that prolonged for a guy that's basically a 3 or 4 starter. In Castillo's last 2 outings, he has no decisions. The first game is against the Blue Jays. He went 5, gave up 7 hits, 2 walks, 5 earned runs, and had 3 strikeouts. Against the Rangers, he went 6 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 base on balls, an earned run, and 2 strikeouts. Like I said earlier, the second game, he should have been in line for a win, but obviously they didn't give him run support. And I think that's been the book on the Mariners for years now is their inability to score a lot of runs. And they've brought in some players to boost their offense. I'm going to show you some of these stats, the key stats for the Mariners. Not what you would tend to expect. The Mariners have a team ERA of 4.0, 17th in the league. That is not usually what you see from them. They've given up 36 bombs, 7th in the league. Not a bad number. The whip for the team is 134, 22nd in the league. So they're giving up a lot of walks and a lot of hits. The batting average against their team is a 252, which is astronomical. And it is 23rd in the league. So they're running near the bottom in several of the categories, which tends to bode well for us. If you look at their team hitting statistics, the Mariners are hitting a 243, 15th, so they're near middle. 192 runs puts them in the top 20%. 53 home runs, fifth in the major leagues, and that's given them top 10%. On base percentage is 333, 6th. Ballpark top 10%. And their slug is a 406. The reason their slug is so high is because of the home runs that they're getting. And that puts them 9th in the majors. So you've got a team that's got a little bit of pop. They've definitely got some speed elements to their game. But they've got some injuries too. For the Mariners, their batting average leader is J.P. Crawford at 282. Randy Arozarena is sitting 3rd at 237. So, like I said, they're not hitting for average. Cal Raleigh leads their team with home runs. He's 12 and he's got 12 on the season, and he's a freaking monster. Jorge Polanco is 2nd, and he's got 9. And when we go to RBIs, Polanco leads the team with 28. And the pain in the Yankees' ass for years has 20 RBIs, and that's Randy Arozarena. Hopefully he hits like shit like he normally does, and we can mitigate his runs. Brian Wu leads the team with 4 wins. He's the team leader in ERA with a 3.25, and he is tied for the team lead in strikeouts with 44. Logan Gilbert is tied with him, but he's on the IL. The guy that I did not mention, and you should pay close attention, is Andres Munoz. Munoz is their freaking closer, and he is a pitching machine. Let me look at this shit. On the season, Munoz has pitched in 18 games. He's got 1 win and 13 freaking saves. He's only given up 7 hits. He has not given up an earned run to this point. He hasn't given up a home run. He has 8 walks and 25 strikeouts in 18 innings pitched. His whip is a .83, and the batting average against him is a 119. So if we see him coming in the back of the game, we better put our hitting shoes on, because if you don't go up there to attack, you're going to walk back to the dugout with your bench or your bat to the dugout. So he is definitely one to strike fear in the hearts. Now we're going to look at our New York Yankees. On the season, our team has definitely got the offensive portion of the numbers down. The team raised its batting average from a 260 to a 263 over the last series, which puts us 3rd in the major leagues. We've scored a total of 235 runs, making us 1st, and the 29 runs that we put up against the A's in our 3-game set definitely helped put us there. We have 70 home runs, 1st in the major leagues. Our on-base percentage is a 348, 1st in the major leagues, and our slugging is 481, 1st in the major leagues. So when you're looking at the big 5, we're number 1 in baseball in 4 out of the 5. If you look at our pitching stats, they have been steadily declining. We have a team ERA between the bullpen and starters of a 3.71, 10th in the league. Home runs allowed, 36. That puts us at 7. Our whip is a 1.20, 9th. And the batting average against us is a 2.11. So hence, we are scoring a lot of runs, and we are preventing a lot of runs from being scored. So those things tend to bode well for us as a team. And I like the fact that we're able to provide solid defense for our pitchers too, for the most part, with the exception of Game 2 of the A's series, the worst freaking display of defense I've seen the Yankees have this season. That is basically the stuff that I've got down for today for our pregame show. I'm going to drop a link, so anybody who wants to or can, please feel free to hop up, and we'll shoot the bull about Yankee baseball, see what you think about the upcoming series, and go from there. Just some heads up. I see that the chat is very active, and we've got jokes going on. Let's see. Just a reminder that I posted that I talked about earlier. The pregame series, or yeah, the pregame show is going to be held at NY Yankee Mania with Joe. I plan on hopping on the stream with him, and we'll do that. It should run about a half hour or so. The after that, we're going to hop off. People want to get some snackies or whatnot. I am going to be hosting the play-by-play stream. Game time is 9:40. I'm going to be coming on at 9:35, about 5 minutes before. We will be calling the whole game, and I think that we may do a post game, a short one after the game. If it's too late and we're tired, then Joe may do the post game on his morning brew at 8 o'clock the following morning at NY Yankees Mania. So keep the head up on that. We also have, like I said, I'm planning on calling these. Planning on calling all three of the games in this series. So tomorrow, I have on Tuesday, I have my 10 o'clock show. Possibly be a little bit of game review, a little bit of strategy, a little bit of baseball talk. It'll be an open thing. Joe will once again do his 8 o'clock morning brew. Then most likely an 8:30 pregame review. Then we'll be back online at 9:35 for the second game. Third game is at 4:10, and I'll talk with Joe. We may go on a little bit early. He may run the stream on that one. And let me see. CT's got jokes, so we'll bring one up. The more games Joe and Ken do, the more runs we score, it seems. So we got to egg them on to keep doing it. Well, we're averaging about 12 runs a game for the ones that we've called, so not too bad in the big scheme of things. Real Bill, if you got stuff to do in real life, no issues whatsoever, brother. We will be there, and if you have the opportunity to jump in, it's most appreciated. All right. Do I have any takers? Is anybody going to have some intestinal fortitude and hop up with here and do some Yankees chat? If we are not, then I'm going to end the stream in about 2 minutes. How are y'all feeling about our chances of taking this series? My prediction before we started this West Coast road trip was a 4-2 run. All right, I see we have CT Cards hopping in, and I'll bring him up. Hey, CT, how you doing? I hope the food Mom brought was good. Not hearing you.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay. Sorry about that. No, it was good. It was funny. Stephen B messaged me and he said, you're pulling a JD Davis on Ken. And I'm like, oh no, I'm eating.
No worries.
But
that's why they have recordings. You can watch it afterwards.
But no, I wanted to make sure I was here to support you in the real time. But you think Clark can give us 6 innings pitch tonight?
I do. The key things for Clark that I saw, he wasn't staying in the middle of the plate. He was getting movement on his pitches, and he was hitting the points. When he does that, his fastball tends to sneak up on people, and if they do hit him, it's soft contact. The other one that I didn't mention was Will Warren. Uh, he had a breakout game against the A's, and I think he's going to pitch possibly game 3 of the set.
Oh, okay.
Well, Rodon pitched. We had our bullpen game. So, and Warren was the fifth role. That's why I'm thinking that those are the 3 pitchers for this series.
No,
they just haven't announced them. Warren had a breakout, a career game. And the thing that I liked about Warren is he actually, I'd never seen him throw it in the 2 years that he's been up with us. He actually was throwing a 2-seam fastball. And his 2-seam fastball had a lot of run, and they couldn't catch up with it, and they couldn't make contact with it.
No. Interesting. See, that's why I wanted to ask you, Ken, because you always have the details about these pitches, pitches these players are throwing, and I love being able to hear you talk about, describing what's working, what's not with these pitchers, and what they're trying to, the pitches you're trying to use to adjust and whatnot. It's always fun to hear you talk about this because you got straight to the point. There's no sugarcoating of this. It's funny. It's good.
Well, used to do it for a lot of years myself, and I used to come off the bump, and I'd have somebody grab me by the ear and fucking start chewing my ass, telling me what I wasn't doing right. And just the watchful eye of coaching and playing and advising, not as roughly as I got advised, but trying to help people get to the next level. And it's a good thing, and now I'm using it here with regard to the live stream, doing some of these pre-analysis and whatnot.
Yeah. So who do you think is going to go yard today, or are we going to win another game using mainly situational hitting? Because we only had 1 home run. It was a big home run by Rice last night, but the rest of the game there was no other home runs. It was us actually using situational hitting. So I'm curious, do you think we're going to have another game like that, or do you think we're going to go off with some home runs tonight?
No, I don't think it's going to be a home run fest. This team, if we have a home run fest, it'll be this game because this guy has a high ERA and doesn't have a lot of movement on his stuff, and he tends to throw the fastball a lot, which bodes bad for him against this particular lineup. We can't go to a track record because there are a couple of people that have a couple of at-bats against him, but for the most part, nobody's seen him.
Which could be deadly for us.
Yeah, I'm not thinking so. I mean, he's not a left-hander. If he was a left-hander, then I might have some reservations, but he's a right-hander. He throws heat. His stuff is slower than Severino's yesterday, and you saw how they teed off on him, and it wasn't home runs. It was freaking line drives. So I think that I think the ability for us to make contact and keep the line rolling definitely exists. Since the Padres series, it seems to me that the team, the young kids, are starting to gel as a unit. We're playing together a lot better. I mean, the only shit game that we had was against the A's with that. We scored a lot of runs, but we had a lot of errors too.
Yeah.
But past that, they've been playing well together. They've been hitting. Seems like James Rawson has been listening to some of the critiques about his bullshit methodology for situational hitting, because I've seen quite a few people trying to lay bunts down. I've seen several hit and runs over the last couple of series, which you would go almost a year and never see. Yep. So yesterday, as a matter of fact, one of the runners was attempting to steal second. The shortstop went to cover, and the hitter hit the ball through the hole that the shortstop vacated. If there wasn't a steal attempt, he'd have been sitting there, and it'd have been a double play.
Yep.
Twin killing right off the bat. So, using the speed that we have, not everybody is a burner. we definitely have the opportunity to open holes in the infield for the hitters at the plate.
No, Ken, what do you?
If they fail to make contact, we at least have advanced a runner on a stolen base.
Yeah, Ken, what are your thoughts though? Like we've seen Rice behind the plate. Do you think the Yankees have plans to use Rice as a catcher here moving forward, or is this just late in game moments?
I think that they're going to use Rice wherever they can get his bat into the lineup. He may do a little bit of catching, maybe doing a little bit of first base, maybe doing a little bit of DH. And I mean, you've got a lot of moving pieces that are about to hit. DJ being the first one.
Yep.
If DJ is hitting, you're going to want to keep his bat in the lineup. But you don't want to play him at second every day because you know he's going to break down if you do.
Yeah.
So DJ may take some snags at the DH spot. When you look at Jazz coming back, that's going to narrow the field a bit more. I mean, we have a lot of people coming back in the month of June, apparently, and at-bats are going to get tough. Ben Rice has punched his ticket. I think he's earned a spot on this roster, and I would definitely not like to see him go down to the minors.
No.
Over this last series, Jason Dominguez, he has been relegated to basically being the fourth outfielder for us because of the way that Trent Gearsham has been playing in the field and has been hitting. Well, he hit his way into the lineup after his 3 home run game. And I've been calling it for the last 3 series that he's starting to turn the corner with his at-bats.
Yeah.
So
and for both sides of the plate, too,
his outfield play has been at least league average. He hasn't been really smoke tested on anything that I've seen. His bat is starting to get better. League average right now is 243, and Dominguez's batting average is a 250 as of today. So he's actually over league average. Oswaldo Cabrera, he's at 243. He's right on the button for league average. Volpe's at 236. He's a little bit down, but he's working his way up. Cody Bellinger has jumped from his 180 to a 221.
Yeah.
So that tells you, he's getting some rat-a-tats.
He only got 1 hit last night, but he did get a hit. So
yeah. And if you look at the bench, Yorbit Vivas is hitting 158, which is not good. You have you? No, I have not. Pablo Reyes is hitting a 174. JC Escar is hitting 212. So if you're looking for a solid bat to come off the bench in a situation that we truly need a hit, those guys aren't it.
No.
Will that improve with DJ? Possibly. When Giancarlo comes back, obviously one of our hitters is going to end up being on the bench at least for a game.
Yeah.
That tends to bode okay for a little bit of bench pop. Jonathan brings up a comment. Why is Reyes on the team? Well, what do you want to do? Put a paper cardboard cutout on the bench and leave it there until somebody shows up to take his spot? He at least offers a little bit of relief in right field, possibly as an outfielder. He's done a little bit of play at second base. I don't want to see him at third base because the time that he was there, he was beyond crap. But when he comes up to the plate, I'm not expecting to hit. That's for damn sure.
No. He did get a hit the other night, and I was shocked. I got to say that was like one of the maybe 2 times I've actually witnessed him hit the ball.
But all in all, the team is starting to gel together. The pitchers are starting to pitch more up to form. We knew this stuff was going to happen.
Yeah, I'm glad to see Bellinger's heating up here. I'm glad to see that everyone overall seems like the whole team or most of the team seemingly is getting a little more consistent with the at bats. There's a little more taking our time with our at bats. I got to say that I know this is going to sound weird, but ever since Jazz has been on the IL, it seems like slowly we've gotten into more situational hitting. When everyone was swinging to the fence. It was almost like Jazz was a bad influence. And I hate to say that because I like Jazz Chisholm, but it seemed like if he was swinging to the fences, then Volpe wanted to swing to the fences, and everyone was just and there was none of this just making contact, getting on base. And Jazz is so dangerous on the base paths that I just want him to, get on base. If he hits a home run, so be it, but just get on base where you can utilize your skills, your speed and, the stolen bases and whatnot. But it's just weird that since Jazz has been on the IL, seemingly the team started to kind of shift their offensive approach.
Comment from Jonathan: I would give Braden Shoemate a chance over Reyes. I am not familiar with him. I don't know what position he plays. The question that I would have is, could he come up to the Yankees and be an effective utility guy coming off the bench? Or are we going to affect his hitting? And a Stephen B comment, apparently he has jokes. Reyes can't play. I'd trade for JD Davis, a poke at CT, and free beer for a year, with LI going to the Angels too. I don't think LI is in this stream. I don't.
Yeah.
He and I don't see eye to eye on much, and in the streams that he's been in that I've modded, I've kicked him more times than you can shake a stick. So I don't truly believe that he will ever join this stream, and I'm okay with that.
You're content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the close knit family environment. I don't like people attacking other people. That's bullshit. When you have an opinion, it's your opinion. You're entitled to it. The thing I don't do is talking points. If you're subscribing to a talking point, show me why you're subscribing. Why should I change my mind? If not, then you're just gabbing. And Jason brings up an outstanding point. Hitting is contagious.
Yeah, Goldie has been such a huge. I can't believe how good he's looked this season. I can't believe it.
I see a new name in the stream. I want to give a shout out to Marshall Brown. It's the first time I'm seeing you here. Thank you for coming on the channel. Most appreciate you supporting us. So thank you.
So what's everybody's predictions on score tonight? What do you think, Ken?
Possibly 6 or 7-4.
I was thinking 7-3. And I think Stephen B earlier said 5-3. I think is what he said, or maybe that was yesterday. But I think he said today 5-3. So I think
I did a double digit prediction yesterday. They exceeded mine. I thought it was going to be 10.
They exceeded it. I love that. Well, I'll let you go, Ken. Thank you for letting me be on. I got to get back to helping my mom out, but I appreciate being on. Everybody in the chat, have a good day, and I'll see you a little later, Ken. I'll definitely be there for the play-by-play, and everyone have a good day.
Thank you. Appreciate your support.
Oh, anytime. Anytime.
And we will talk to you on the flip side.
Take care.
All right. Like I said, I'm going to do a little bit of last minute giving pokes for. We have the Jason has 6-4 for our score prediction tonight. It's respectable. Stephen B said 5-3. So I'm giving us a little bit more pop than everybody else. Their runs is about the same. There are some players to watch out for. Raleigh is definitely one of them. Polanco's been hitting up a storm too. And you never can tell what you're going to get with their damn center fielder. And my infamous auto telephone is ringing. Give me 1 second. And it never fails that telemarketers know when I'm online, so they tend to call me right off the bat. Jonathan has 7-4. Stephen B., what did you say? All right, let's see. We got some jokes. Ken L. I won't show up, but I thought we would need laughter. If Li was general manager, we'd be in the Stone Ages with apes dominating the species. Well, the thing that I wouldn't want to hear is the next 36 trades for DJ LeMahieu. Maybe we can get Josh Hader for DJ. That'd be a fair trade. But back to it. The pregame show is going to be on NY Yankees Mania with Joe and myself. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, it's a great channel. Joe has some good takes. If you like to hear a little bit of ranting with misplay, Joe is definitely your guy. He has a morning show that is on at 8 o'clock Monday to Monday. So runs about an hour or so, and fair amount of subscribers. He does a lot of good things. Recommend signing up with that channel. 9:35, we're going to be live for the play-by-play for tonight's game here at Yankees The Ugly Truth. So appreciate anybody showing up. Do I have the link for Joe's channel? Not off the top of my head, because it's Joe Manjola at some number. But I tell you what, send me a comment and I'll put the link in there for you, or I'll shoot you the link for his channel. Okay, well, Jonathan just did it. Thank you, Jonathan. Most appreciated. Definitely need to, Jonathan. We've got to sit down and get Joe set up with putting you on as a moderator, because I know that he can't do the management of the channel while he's talking, and he definitely needs to have a moderator there. For those of you who haven't, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you're watching the shadows and haven't subscribed. I run a steady Tuesday and Thursday show. I do pre-series reviews whenever they happen to, or previews, whenever we happen to finish a series, usually about 1:15 or so, the day of the next series beginning. And my streams are generally open panels, so you can come up, feel free to express your opinions. You're not going to get ostracized or ridiculed. And I like keeping the conversation going and keeping it for real, as some people say. With that being said, I'm going to close the stream down. Look forward to seeing y'all later this evening. Have a fantastic Navy day, and I'll see you in the funny pages. Talk to y'all later.